day, viewers. Welcome to the Physics Mind. Today we have a question under projectile, and let's dive into the question. Okay, so the question is that a shooter wants to fire a bullet in such a way that its horizontal range is equal to 3 times its maximum height. At what angle should he fire the bullet to achieve this? Okay, so a shooter wants to fire a bullet and his aim is that what? The horizontal range should be equal to what? 3 times the maximum height of the what? The bullet. So at what angle should he actually what? Fire the bullet? So let's obtain the what? The angle. Okay, so for us to obtain the angle, we need to obtain it from the statement of the word equation, or from the what? The aim of the what the man wishes to what? To achieve. And from what we are told, his aim is that what? The horizontal range should be equal to what? 3 times the what? The maximum height. That what? The horizontal range is equal to 3 times the maximum height. So let's write it mathematically that our range should be what? 3 times the maximum height. Okay, so let's substitute our equation for the what? The range of a projectile, and for what? The maximum height of a projectile. Remember that what? It is always it is projected to the what? The horizontal. Okay, so the range of a projectile we know is equals what? U square sine 2 theta over g, and is equal to 3 times the maximum height of a projectile we know is u square sine square theta over 2g. Okay, so in this case we are looking for what? Theta. So let's play with this equation to obtain the value of what? Of theta. Okay, so we'll open the brackets. We still have u square sine 2 theta over g is equals 3 times this, which is going to be 3u square sine square theta over 2g. Okay, so at this point in time, what we need to do is let's cross multiply. So cross multiplying, we have u square sine 2 theta times 2g, and is equals to 3u square sine square theta times g. Okay, so we are actually looking for what? The value of what? Of theta. So at this point in time, let's divide both sides by what? U square 2g. So let's divide both sides by u square 2g. So that we would be left with just sine 2 theta. So if that is so, we have u square sine 2 theta, which is times 2g, divided by what? U square 2g, and is equal to 3u square sine square theta times g, then divide u square 2g. Okay, so when we have that, this u square go with this u square, and this 2g goes with this 2g, and then this u square go with this u square, and this g goes with just this g. So and this time we are left with what? Sine 2 theta is equals what? 3 sine square theta over 2. Okay, so that is what we are going to be left with. And remember, we are looking for what? Theta. So how do we obtain theta here? All right, so when you recall vividly from the derivation from the range of a projectile, we made a substitution about what this sine 2 theta. Recall that Sine 2 theta is equals to 2 sine theta cos theta from trigonometry identities. That sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. So if that is so, let's substitute 2 sine theta cos theta in place of this sine 2 theta. So when we substitute that, we're going to be having 2 sine theta cos theta to be equals what? 3. Now remember that what? Sine squared theta is the same thing as sine theta times sine theta. So in this case, let's break it. So that will give us 3 sine theta over 2. Okay, so we are looking for what? The value of theta. So let's still what? Cross multiply. So on cross multiply, we have 2 times, these 2 times everything here. So that will give us 4 sine theta cos theta to be equal to 3 sine theta sine theta. Okay, so we are looking for the value of theta. So how do we obtain the value of theta? So let's still divide both sides by what? 4 cos theta, so that we can obtain what? The value of what? Of sine theta. So dividing both sides by 4 cos theta, we are going to be having 4 sine theta cos theta over 4 cos theta is equals to 3 sine theta over 4 cos theta. Okay, so this 4 go with this 4, this cos theta go with this cos theta. Okay, so we are going to be left with what? Sine theta to be equals to 3 sine theta cos theta to be equals that. Okay, so we have 3 sine theta. Let me put it as 3 sine theta all multiplied by sine theta over cos theta. So remember that this and this are all the same thing. So rearranging them, I have my sine theta to be equals to 3 sine theta over 4. Now multiplied by, remember that sine theta over cos theta is the same thing as tan theta. So I'll put it as tan theta. So I'll make tan theta subject to the formula. And for me to do that, I need to cross multiply. So cross multiplying, I will have what? 4 sine theta to be equal to 3 sine theta tan theta. Okay, so I'm looking for tan theta. I will divide both sides by what? 3 sine theta, 3 sine theta. So this sine theta goes with this sine theta. This sine theta also go with this 3 sine theta. So I'll be left with my tan theta to be equals what? 4 over 3. And 4 divided by 3 is 1.3333. So theta becomes the tan inverse of 1.3333. And the tan inverse of 1.333, tan inverse of 1.3333 is approximately 53 degrees. Okay, so it means that the angle at which the shooter needs to what? To project the what? The bullet for the what? The range to be 3 times the maximum height must be what? Approximately 53 degrees. All right, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If you have questions on places you don't understand, please let me have them in the comment section. Bye.